up, everybody? Welcome back with Cooking with Chef Puff. We definitely bring you the good stuff. All right, this is going to be the following up on the winemaking video. Okay, I'm way past due by 20 days, but it's okay. The longer it sits in here in the carboil, it's just aging. That's all it is. But what I have to do now, I already cleaned the outside of this carboy. I don't like using this one. All right, this one. I bought this many years ago. All right, but you'll see why, because this one's glass. All right, this one's glass. This one's plastic. It's easy to handle. This one is lightweight. This one is heavy. But this is all I have on hand. Okay, I have 3 of these to do. I got 2 reds and 1 white. All right, so without further ado, let me get to cleaning the inside of this carboy. But what I'm using a 1-step. All right, 1-step cleanser. All right, it says basically 1 step, no rinse cleaner, but I still rinse it out. And I also have a brush that I can get down in there and clean. She's pretty clean on the inside, but it still has to be cleaned and sterilized. All right, so basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon in. 1 tablespoon of this stuff can clean 5 gallons of water, but I'm not using 5 gallons of water. I'm using enough to really sterilize this baby here. And I'm going to be using hot water. Hot water. All right, get this out of the way. Make sure she's sealed. All right, and now I'm just gonna load her up with hot water. All right, so when I get this where I want it to be and start using the brush, we'll move on to the next step. All right, I failed to mention that this step, what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to take this wine, this Cabernet, and I'm gonna transfer it into here. All right, but in the other video, I showed that I left the sediment behind. I'm still going to get a little bit of sediment, but I have to get this wine into this clean carboy. And then after that, I have a machine that's going to clarify this wine perfect. And I mean, I'm not going to say 98, 99, no, perfect. Just like you purchased it in the store. You don't have to use the machine, but you have to leave that sediment by. You don't want the sediment in your wine because it makes your wine cloudy. All right, so I got where I want it to be. Now, it ain't much to this, but I do have to pick this baby up and shake her. All right. Nice and clean. Like I said, she wasn't that dirty. Well, she wasn't dirty at all, really. But sterilization. This is something you are going to consume. All right, get her out. All right. Now, this is the part I don't like with this carboy. Cap it. And then I just shake him. Okay. I shake. Now, I have some other stuff that I have to sterilize. All the siping tools. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this liquid and I'm going to pour it into the sink. Put a stopper in, and I can use this over. Now, officially, this carboy is clean. All right. All right, she's officially clean. Okay, so in a little bit, after I get the other tools, I'm going to sterilize them, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. All right, what I'm doing now, I have the ciphering, okay? What this does, this piece is going to go into this carboy, and I'm going to pump it. And when you pump it, it's gonna bring the wine down into the carboy. So let me just get this all cleaned out. Take a couple of pumps. Get the outside nice and wiped down. And there you go. She is clean. All right, so let me get the area set up. I also have to rinse this baby out over here, and I shall return. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I have the other carboy set up right here. All right, set up right here. And what I'm going to do, let me remove the airlock here, because we're not going to need this no more. All right, set that to the side. Now, what we're going to do, very simple process. Take your siphon. All right. Yeah, what I also did, I put this glass carboy upside down on a towel and just let it drain out whatever water was in it. So, and here we go. So, very simple process. Remember, there's probably still some sediment at the bottom, so you gotta be very careful. You just pump. All right. So, you have to excuse me. I shall return in a minute. Okay, as you can see right now, the wine is being siphoned into the new carboy. All right. So remember, you're gonna lose some wine here because there might be sediment here. I don't know until it starts getting down. You will be able to see it. Do not try to get all the wine out of it because you want to leave. You want to try to leave 100% of the sediment behind. But when you start setting this up, don't shake it. Don't jiggle it around. Be very gentle, like you're holding a newborn baby. All right, because you don't want to disturb the sediment here. All right. So when this is finished, we'll move on. All right, I'm almost down to the bottom here. But what I also like to do, I take a towel and I fold it, and I give it the carboy a little tip. As you can see where the siphon is at, it's in the corner. So I can get a lot more wine out of it, a lot more yield. All right, so it's almost done. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Now I am going to give you an idea what it looks like. The sediment looks like. See, that you don't want into your wine. You definitely don't want that. All right. So, I'm going to stop it now. I'm going to pull it, because I don't want no more. That is plenty. All right. Now, what we're going to do, I still have the water in here to sterilize. All right. Sterilize. All right, so let me give you a closer view. You see that stuff? That's what you don't want. You don't want that stuff. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a piece of plastic wrap and I'm going to seal this carboy because I don't want nothing flying into it. All right, so I'm going to finish up the other two carboys, and once I'm finished with the other two, we'll move on. Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to let you know I'm on my last wine. This is the white wine, all right? I want to show you, if you do these processes right, the kind of clarity. If you do it right, this is what you will receive your reward. All right. Now, it's crystal clear. I mean, it's clear, but check this out. You can actually see my hand on the other side of the carboy. All right. Here's my other hand, and here's my other hand. All right. That's clear, but it's gonna be 100% clear when I run it through the machine. So I shall return. Hey, welcome back, everybody. All right, right now we're going to start filtering our wine. Right here, I have a machine here. This machine will filter your wine, such as like a store-bought. You go to a liquor store, the wine, how clear it is. This is what this machine does. They actually use machines like this to clarify wine in a company. All right, you have to use these filters. All right, there's 3 in a pack. All right, this is number 2 for polishing filtration. All right, this goes along with this machine. But before you use these pads, you have to soak them. And once you soak them, and I'll show you exactly what to do. All right. But before we move on to that, let me explain. Here's a tube here. This tube here. This is the tube that's going to go into the wine. And this tube runs right into the pump. All right. And then from the pump, it's going to run out. And it's going to plug right into here. This is where the wine flows through and filters. And then it comes out. But you're going to have some runoff. This tube here is based on the bottom here, which I'm going to put into the sink because you don't want that. It's going to be a lot of water in it. All right. So without further ado, let me loosen up these knobs. And let's get these filters in. All right. Let's pull this out. Pull this one out. Get it loosened up. All right. All right. Now these filters only go in one way. There's holes in here you have to line up. All right. So there goes one. Perfect. Here goes 2. Perfect. And the third one. Here we go. Let me get some slack in there. Oops. Got it in real wrong. So almost made a boo-boo. This one goes in the back. There we go. Now we're getting it there. Almost forgot how to install this thing. There we go. Just make sure. Hole, hole, hole. It corresponds with this here. And the bottom one corresponds with this one here. Alright? Now, I'm going to show you a little trick to get the most out of your filters. I'm going to use this filtration, this one, 2 times because I got 2 carboys of red wine. I have an extra one for the white wine. Now you're going to tighten it down. Now, if you don't have one of these, or you don't get one of these, you can still do it. But honestly, your wine won't come out as crystal clear, you know, as you would like it to be. All right. Now, what I usually do, what I have here, I also purchased a couple of C-clamps. All right. And what I do, I position them in certain areas. All right. Because I want a lot of pressure on these filters. I want a lot of pressure. Gotta distribute the weight. And the fourth one here. Now I have a machine that's ready to rip. All right. So this is the runoff. Let me pull the plug out here. All right. But there's only a problem with it sometimes of getting it started. But we're going to do the best we can. All right. So once the water is done out of the sink, I'll be right back. All right, I got the other carboy set up here. I got everything all hooked up, so I'm gonna remove this wrap here. All right, so we're gonna get this thing started here. All right, you know we're gonna remove this out too, because there's gonna be some water picked up here. All right, so we're gonna turn it on. Now, just gotta get it started. It's coming. There it goes. This is water coming out of the line now. You'll know. All right, I'm gonna stop it now. Matter of fact, before I even stop it, I can tell what's it gonna taste like. Oh, that is delicious. Oh, yes. All right. Here we go. Clearing the wine. Machine is running beautifully. Oh, that's delicious. That is definitely delicious. And let her rip. There she go. If you buy this machine, you are getting 100% clarification. There will be nothing in your wine but delicious, whatever wine that you get. All right. And you can go on YouTube and you can see the different machines that they do have. But like I said, you don't have to get the machine, but you will not get the clarity of the wine, like a store-bought wine. All right, so let me finish up this here, and I shall return. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Okay, what I'm going to do now. This carboy, this red wine is basically done. She's been filtered through the filtration machine. And now I am going to add some, I might say it wrong, potassium metaphosphate. All right, this will make your wine last longer on the shelf. All right, all you need for this 5 to 6 gallons is 1/4 teaspoon to your wine. And that is it. Then I have my little sturdy wine here. All right, we'll give it a nice good mix. And then I'm going to seal it for a couple hours. You know, just put a plastic wrap on it. But I want to get this mixed in. Now this wine is done. It stays crystal clear. And it tastes yummy. All right. But you gotta watch how much you drink of it, because this will actually get you very intoxicated. Alright, get a really good stir here. Get it mixed in. And that is it. Now, I got 2 more to do. I have 2 more to do. Alright, and once I finish the other 2, we're going to move on to sterilization of the bottles, corking, and sealing. That's the final steps, okay? But winemaking, what it is, it's a hobby, and it takes time. Time. You cannot rush it. If you have time, you can do this, but it does take time. You cannot rush it. So, I'll be back when I'm finished all this filtration. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, what I want to show you right now, I haven't finished yet. I got the white wine to do, but I just want to show you, these are the pads, all right, that I used on the red wine. But this is what it pulls from your wine, all right? It filters, I mean, like I said, these filters work beautifully, all right? So this is what I wanted to show you. Here's all 3 of them. And the wine has to pass through each one. And it keeps filtering and filtering and filtering. And you have crystal clear wine. So, this is the Buono filtration system. Wonderful machine. It's a small one, but it works fine. So I shall return. Hey, welcome back everybody. Okay, all the wine has been filtered, looking really good. I mean, even the white wine, crystal clear. All right, what I'm doing now, I have a sink full of sterilized water, okay, with the powder, all right, and I have this device here. And what this device do, I will show you. First, let me rinse the outside of the bottle here. All right. All right, just want to let you know I did make my own labels here. These are my labels, and some has the store-bought, but some of them are my labels. And all you do is very simple. And the water injects up in here, the sterilized water that cleanses, that sterilizes the bottle. You just do it a couple of times. Let the water drain. And I have a tree here. And you just stick it on the tree and just let them drain. All right. And that's all it takes for sterilizing your bottles. All right, so I'll be back when I finish all my bottles, which I have a lot to do. I shall return. Hey, welcome back everybody. Yeah, I just want to show you I got all the bottles cleaned up, and I'm gonna let them drain and let them dry out a little bit. All right, but I just want to show you, here's that white wine. Yeah, that is crystal clear, beautiful. And there's the red. All right, so the next step is bottling, corking, and sealing. All right, so I shall return. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, because there's several parts to it if you want to learn how to make wine. So I shall return. Hey, welcome back for Cooking with Chef Puff. We definitely bring you the good stuff. Today is a wonderful day. Today is corking, bottling, and sealing our wine bottles. Okay, here, these are the sealers. They're like a shrink wrap. All right, they come in multiple different colors, as you can see. Multiple different colors. All right, and you have the corks. The corks I'm using. All right, so what I need to soak these corks for a little bit. So I filled up a sink full of water. I'm just going to add the corks to the water. Because it makes it easier when you're using the machine, not the machine, the device to push the cork into the bottle. And I'll show you that in 1 second. Stick them all in there. Whatever I don't use, they'll dry out. So, and this is the corking machine, or the device itself. All right, what you do when you get the bottle, you put the cork in here, you insert it on top of the bottle, and you squeeze the cork, and then you plunge it in for it to make it to work. So let me get the bottle set up, and I should be right back. All right, what we got going on here? Here's some of the wine here, and I showed you this device before. It's a siphoner, okay? But at the end here, when I plunge, get the wine to go through, there's a plunger here. And it'll hold the wine in there, but once you hit the bottom of the bottle, it releases the wine into the bottle. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So you just insert and plunge. Whoops. And plunge. And now, the bottles are filling up, if you can see that. All right, so I'm going to fill this one up, and then I'm going to give you a closer view. All right, so I'm going to start filling all these bottles here. All right. And you just let her rip, like a potato chip, but just let her rip. All right. And basically, this is the process of bottling your wine. Removing the wine from the carboy into the bottle. Very simple procedure, but remember what I said before. Wine is a hobby. It takes time. You cannot rush this process, all right? If you want your own wine, delicious, and have a bottle when you want to have a bottle, here you go. All right. So I'm gonna fill all these bottles, and I'll return when we start corking. Welcome back, everybody. Okay. Right now, all the bottles of wine. If I get my camera lady to pan this way, and she panned the wrong way, you will see all the bottles of wine that we have to cork here. All right. So right now I'm going to show you how to cork now. Cork and seal. Okay. So what you do, you take your cork. Okay. Insert it in. There's all different types. It's in here now. All right. Then you take it on the bottom. You have to do a little force to it. Push it down and then squeeze that cork and then, and there you go. The baby has been sealed. Now, to make your bottle of wine look good and pretty, all right, just like in the store, you put your seal on your cap. All right. Let me set up the station and I shall return. All right. This is the next process here and the last process of sealing the shrink wrap around the bottle. Pot of boiling water you can use, very simple. You don't have to buy nothing extra for this one here. Okay, so you take your shrink wrap all in the water. Give it a little twist. A little twist in the water. A little bit more twist. Make sure you get a good seal. And bingo. This is a perfectly sealed bottle. Okay? So, the next step after this here, you take your bottles of wine and you're going to put it in a box. At least 2 weeks you're going to keep them covered. Okay? And after for 2 weeks, then if you have a wine rack, Amazon does sell the wine racks. They're all different types. Some are cheap, some are expensive. But you're going to have to lay them down because you need to keep the cork moist all the time. Okay? So, I'm not going to show that part because that's a no-brainer. That's a very easy process. But once you bottle and cork your wine and seal them, 2 weeks covered in the darkness. All right? And then after 2 weeks, you remove them and put them on the wine rack. And there's your wine. And you can just let it age as long as you want or enjoy it, either or. All right, so I want to thank you for watching the video. All right, and give me thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. And y'all guys have a wonderful 4th of July. And because I know I am. All right, so peace and enjoy.